right, the new one is up and going. Good afternoon or evening, everyone. I'm meteorologist Hannah Messier. We're going to talk about the chance for wintry precipitation we're expecting overnight and how that is going to impact the potential for slick roads on your Wednesday morning commute. Now, we do have a dense fog advisory out for most of eastern Iowa. This does include places like Dubuque, Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Manchester. This is in effect until 9 a.m. on our Wednesday. So this will likely cause low visibility. This could cause fog to freeze to places. This is going to cause some slick travel because the fog is going to freeze and then really perform ice on roadways and surfaces. Let's talk more about freezing fog. In addition to the chance for it freezing, it reduces visibilities, of course. We have visibilities of less than a quarter mile possible at times, and that glaze of ice, because we're going to have temperatures very close to freezing, that could cause things to freeze and that ice to form on surfaces. This is what live pinpoint Doppler radar looks like right now. We have a couple little spaces with light precipitation off of northwest of Waterloo. So that's really the only precipitation we're seeing across the area right now. Road conditions are seasonal. We have all seasonal road conditions in eastern Iowa. So if you have to head outside, you should be good to go. But one just thing to keep in mind is that untreated areas are going to still be icy. So you're still going to want to be very cautious out on roadways, especially bridges and overpasses. Main roads, though, places that have been treated, should be good to go. Now, we have on our pinpoint futurecast by 7 a.m. on Wednesday morning, seeing that chance for wintry precipitation. That's going to continue through Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. That dwindles a little bit, but still some light precipitation possible in spots. Wednesday night, pretty quiet, but then Thursday morning, we could see more chances for icy precipitation for your Thursday morning. And then Thursday afternoon, still seeing some rain, freezing rain possible, because we'll be pretty close to freezing. Thursday night into Friday, mostly cloudy sky, waking up to finally drier conditions for your Friday morning. But again, all of this could impact your travel. So overnight tonight, because of the fog, going to be low visibilities, some icy conditions in the area for your Wednesday morning. Icy roads are still going to be possible because of that freezing rain, that sleet we're expecting for your Wednesday morning. And then Wednesday afternoon, there'll still be a couple of slick spots, especially in untreated roads. So really over the next 24 hours, you're still going to want to be careful on roadways. And now we're going to discuss the several different types of winter precipitation that we deal with and why this we get the different types of precipitation. So the warm air that you're seeing on this graphic is indicating above freezing air. Now, when we have the precipitation falling through all above freezing air, then rain develops. When we have the precipitation going through some of the above freezing air, but then there's some colder air underneath it, that's when we can sometimes get freezing rain, especially if that cold air is really close to the surface. Then it falls as rain, but then freezes on contact with things like stop signs, roadways, and that's what we see with freezing rain. And then if we have all below freezing air, or almost all below freezing air, that precipitation melts a little bit, and then it freezes again once it hits the really cold air, and that forms sleet. But all freezing air, and you get snow to develop. Here's your 9-day forecast, where we have temperatures staying pretty much in the mid-30s all the way through next week, even potentially a little bit even warmer at the end of next week, with overnight temperatures in the 20s and 30s. Of course, we're still going to have to deal with the chances for wintry precipitation, the mix all the way through Thursday. We're going to go through everything just one more time here. All right, just everything one more time. We have, again, the dense fog advisory out for most of eastern Iowa. This is through 9 a.m. on Wednesday, because the freezing fog, we have temperatures close to freezing and fog combined. That is what we call freezing fog. It could cause fog droplets to freeze on contact with surfaces such as roadways, stop signs, and that could cause slick travel. And in addition, fog causes reduced visibility. So in review, you reduce visibility, less than a quarter mile expected at times, and then we have just that glaze of ice fog freezing on contact with roads, bridges, and untreated surfaces. So this is a look at our live pinpoint Doppler radar, where we do have a few spots northwest of Waterloo that has some very light precipitation at this time, but most of the area is pretty dry. And road conditions are seasonal across eastern Iowa. That doesn't mean you won't find little slick spots here and there, because especially untreated roadways, bridges, overpasses, you're going to have issues there. But in general, the main roads should be good to go. In our pinpoint futurecast, by 7 a.m. on Wednesday, we can see much of the area really along and south of Highway 20, seeing that wintry precipitation, that sleet possible, the freezing rain possible as well. Headed into Wednesday afternoon, some of that precipitation still lingering in the area, so roads still likely not great for Wednesday afternoon. Then headed into Wednesday evening, a few lingering spots of precipitation, but for the most part, things quieting down. Wednesday night into Thursday morning, another round of some sleet, freezing rain possible, and this could cause, again, some iffy travel concerns. And then Thursday night into Friday, things gradually die down, and Friday we look to have a mostly cloudy sky, much drier conditions. In review for your travel impacts, overnight, due to the fog and due to the precipitation that is expected to move into the area, icy conditions are in the forecast. For your Wednesday morning, we could see some icy roads possible due to what it's caused by the fog and the precipitation. By Wednesday afternoon, still seeing slick spots, especially on bridges, overpasses, and of course, untreated roads and side streets. Now, we have several different types of precipitation that can happen in the winter. Let's go over why we get these. So we have a pretty thick layer of above freezing air in this scenario. When precipitation falls through the above freezing air, we get rain because the precipitation will not refreeze. But when we have a nice thick layer of above freezing air that our precipitation falls through, but close to the surface we have freezing air, that causes the precipitation to fall as rain, but then freeze once it makes contact at the surface. So this means that it causes freezing rain. It causes the icing conditions on roadways. Now, the next type of precipitation is called sleet. It's where we have a thin layer of warmer air that the precipitation falls through, but then underneath it is a thick layer of cold air. Then that cold air allows the precipitation to kind of refreeze, and we have sleet. Finally, when we have all cold air through the entire column, we have snow develop. Here's your 9-day forecast again. All the way through Thursday, we have on and off chances for the sleet, the freezing rain, and temperatures will stay in the mid-30s. Friday, things a little bit better. We still have that chance for fog, but drier, mostly cloudy in the mid-30s. Mid-30s Sunday, Monday, into the beginning of next week with overnight temperatures in the 20s and 30s. So as we look at the 9-day, we see that much better conditions are actually in the forecast for us after we get through this next couple of rounds of wintry precipitation. Just again, in review, be very cautious out on roadways with this chance for precipitation. If you have to head out Wednesday morning, give yourself plenty of time to reach your destination, especially if you have to travel on those untreated roads. For now, we are going to send it back to you guys. We're going to end the YouTube Live pretty soon here. But again, thank you for watching. We'll have more updates on the TV9 News at 10, and Corey will of course have updates for your Wednesday morning, details on road conditions for that Wednesday morning commute.